Oh, I
Had to put my cap on.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Nice and live. I'm rocking the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare shirt. That's right. If you want to get owned, play me in this one because this is the easiest one. I know where to hide. I know where to sit in camp. I'm a horrible player in that game. I love it. I love Advanced Warfare. I can cheat. Oh man, nobody can beat me in that game. Yeah. I beat it. I knew it was the game for me because I beat it in like 1.5 days. I was like, yeah, I love Call of Duty. Ask Lola, she'll tell you. I got all the shirts and everything for Advanced Warfare. And what was it, Ghost? Because they were super easy. Yeah, till her brother came over and played me. Then I didn't like.
That's the one that's the game where the guy hides in a cardboard box, right?
No, that's Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's the when you get caught, they do the ding sound because
okay.
That's the same sound I make whenever I get a bill in the mail. I get a real manga-esque when I get or anime like when I get a bill in the mail. Nani?
Nani? Say it like that.
Yeah, it gets bad. Hello, everybody out there. Welcome to GeekGasm. You didn't go live on your page?
I'm private.
Oh, well, don't go private. Show your private.
Got plenty of privates today.
Yeah. I didn't even turn my light on, but that's okay. You guys can see me still and my chocolatey goodness. I'm underlit today because of the Wacom. So, welcome to GeekGasm, everybody. Lola, introduce yourself.
Shouldn't we hit the intro first? The intros.
Should we do the intro? I don't want to do the intro. Okay, I'll do
the
intro.
We should
do the intro.
All right, here we go.
See, it wasn't that bad. Hello, everybody. I'm the indie princess, Lola. And I am doing an early special tonight because it is a launch of lore. I will be launching live here on GeekGasm. Everybody's excited. I'm excited, but I'm nervous, so I don't know what to do.
Baby's first Kickstarter. Well, Baby's first Indiegogo campaign.
Yeah.
She's all grown up.
I'm joined by a bunch of people, and I know more people are going to be popping in, popping out tonight. Anybody can come in. So who wants to introduce himself next?
I guess I'll do it. Hello, everybody. My name is Daphne Lage, and I am a cartoonist, illustrator, and comic book artist from New York. I have been self-publishing comics since 1992, and I'm here to hold Lola's hand through this entire crowdfunding experience.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Always welcome. Always welcome. And I am known for my funny animal fantasy Tall Tales here, beautifully printed by our sponsor Mixum. Mm-hmm. And I'm also known for my other fantasy comic, Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn. And you can read both my comics at Tall Tales Online and egoworks.com, EGOWORKS. And that's Tall Tales, TAILS, online.com. And you can also watch my videos on how I make these comics on YouTube at Daphne Lage, LAGE Art.
You forgot one, Daphne.
Oh, did I? Oh,
House
yes.
Come on now.
Of course, yes. If you go to egoworks.com, there's also a link to my infamous House of Bob furry porn collection. Exclusive, uncensored and exclusive on Fur Affinity.
Nita.
Okay, my name is Nita Lanning. I'm a partner at Continuum Comics with an X. I can be found everywhere on social media as Creating Chaos 24/7, and I am the Cajun half of Raging with the Asian and the Cajun with that other chick over there. That's it.
That other chick over there.
That other chick over there, the Asian, is the other half of the Raging with the Asian and the Cajun. And we're getting ready to do some crazy stuff because Nita, I don't know, I think she hates me. But hey, you guys, I'm Meredith Lochran. You can find me at Geek Insider. I am the associate editor over there, as well as the executive producer of the Geek Insider podcast, partner in Continuum Comics and Ragin, and I'm getting ready to put out a comic book myself. So, I'm here to celebrate the indie princess and this journey that she's on. Girl, I feel for you. I feel for you. I still feel exhausted.
I've done this probably around like 17 times, and it's like the first time each time.
Every time.
Yeah, you never get used to it.
Like, what did I forget? What do I need to do? And it's just like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
I feel like that right now.
And I saw the post, I think, Varian, I think you posted it with her shoes that came in the mail. Are those the ones that came in today?
Yesterday.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. They're super pink and sparkly. I love them.
Pink and purple. Yeah.
That is some insanity, you guys.
Thank you to whoever was so generous to supply the indie princess with new shoes.
My feet live vicariously through your
absolutely.
Because I am all about flip flops, guys.
Word up. I wore those today.
We'll get packages in the mail, and they say, and they send me an email saying Indievolt has mail, so I'll go pick them up, and I'm like, oh, what's this nice package? Did someone send me a bunch of comics to review? And then I pull out this logo, and I'm like, oh, I know where these are.
Sorry, Varian. People love Lola more than they love you.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna send her. And a friend of mine pointed out, he said, she ought to do it. She just had to start a foot fetish site. I'm like, what? No, that's my wife. What are you talking about?
Now, I did want to ask Lola something. What was when it came to putting together your crowdfund? What was the most challenging thing for you with putting it together?
Yeah.
Just putting everything together.
Yeah, I mean, did you have a list to go by? Were you like asking a million people? Were you just kind of research?
I asked a whole bunch of people. I was asking different people, what should I do? How's this work? How's that work? And then I started getting all my perks together. I have all my tier rewards already. And then the graphics. Put all the graphics together. Waited for the covers and stuff to come in so I could put those into the graphics, and that's pretty much what I did.
Yeah, no, it's funny because it's like I had to postpone my campaign. It was supposed to launch on Monday, but we postponed it for this coming Monday just to give our shipping of Oswald a little bit time to breathe before we tell everybody to commit to a new campaign. And I'm still tweaking that campaign. I'm still adding stuff. I still have to add stuff. I mean, this was supposed to launch on Monday, and I'm like, oh, wait, I could do this, I could do that, I could do the other thing.
I was doing that up until last night, and then whoever watched the show last night on Livewire, you see me just leave abruptly. I actually had a panic attack.
Wow. Yeah. I can understand that.
Yeah. So how long is your campaign going to be? Is it
60 days?
60? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Daphne, because I know that you've been on both Kickstarter and Indiegogo, how do you pace yourself? How do you kind of stay healthy and sane through it? Because these are days that she's going to have to handle, and we don't like those panic attacks, and we don't like those days where it's like, why?
Is Daphne sane?
What? Yeah, I was about to say, what?
I think everybody it might be questionable for everybody on this panel now.
It pretty much is.
I mean, it's like, and in all honesty, I mean, it's going to be, I'm surprised you're going for the full 60 days, because just doing 30 days for me is.
Well, there's a reason behind the 60 days.
Okay.
My goal right now is flexible for $3,000.
Oh, okay.
But that's not how much I really need to make.
Oh, I see. Right.
But I
Okay.
just set it low so I can fund
Right.
and then try to get higher to what I actually need.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and yeah. So that means it's going to be the longest 60 days of
And
your
then I'm
life.
going in demand too after that.
Well, which is good because it's like after 60 days, on the 61st day, you're going to have people coming out of the woodwork going, "Oh, I didn't know you had a campaign.
Hmm.
Can I still get the book?" And it's like, now you can say yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, really, but honestly though, after we launch, you know, and after we do this whole thing, I would recommend, like, once you get offline, don't look at it again until the morning, and just try to keep it to like once a day.
Break the F5 key off your keyboard.
I'm
Yeah,
not gonna be like
exactly.
that because I'm always at my computer.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like, yeah, but you really want to, like, not obsess with it. I mean, what I would rather, you know, so what you should be doing instead is, like, you know, like, just making sure you post about it every day.
Hmm.
Pretty much that. I mean, it's like you're gonna need to do something every day
Hmm.
just to keep the awareness up.
But I
Right.
plan on going on different shows. I've talked to a
Oh
couple
yeah.
people already.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Lisa Malone is actually gonna help me out with
That's good.
advertising and stuff.
That's good.
I've
That's
talked
good.
to her.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's the thing. It's like, because it's like, yeah, it's easy to get, like, really really obsessed, but it's like it doesn't, yeah, it's like the panic attacks don't help anybody, so we want to avoid that. Yes.
Mhm.
So yeah, so the goal is just try to keep your interaction with the campaign about, like, once a day. And, you know, I mean, it's like you have other books and stuff to put together, so you know, you
And
work on that, and,
yeah.
you know, instead, and you know, just like, yeah, just really try to just focus on other things. Like, once you get all your campaign stuff done, just spend the rest of the day focusing on other things, because really, this is
I got
going to
homework
be,
to keep me busy too, so
yeah,
I am in college, so that keeps me busy.
there you go. So yeah, so that's the thing, you know, that's the thing. Don't refresh every 5 minutes.
That was my biggest challenge. I think
Yeah.
was not hitting the F5 button,
Right.
because I am at my desk all day long, and it's so easy to just have a tab open. And I said nope, because if I do that, I'm going to obsess, and then I'm not going to get anything else done.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know, I'd
yeah.
rather do a check-in in the morning, a check-in at night, and then you know what I didn't do, because I was over on Kickstarter with mine, and what I should have done, and I will remember that for the next one, is have everything kind of written up. You know, like your generic thank yous when you hit the milestones, because those messaging things kind of stay the same.
Hmm.
You know, from campaign to campaign, but you know, you change it out a little bit so that it's unique. But you know, have those things set, have your updates ready, with the idea that you're going to hit certain milestones, I think.
Hmm.
And I haven't tried Indiegogo, so I don't know what it's like with fulfillment with those surveys. Daphne, are the surveys kind of the same?
Well, I haven't done the service for Indiegogo. That's more JD doing that. So I don't know what it looks like, that back end on Indiegogo.
Yeah, that
I
was a
mean,
pain in the ass on Kickstarter.
I thought it was okay. You know, it's simple enough. For me, I mean, I just don't like that some things you kind of have to go individually.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, if I have to ask a question to all the backers, I have to go individually into each survey to put it in. I mean, that's annoying. Um, but I mean, I think, like, the worst part is the surveys is just waiting for them to come in, and you know, people to answer them. And there's some people who either forget, or they lose the email, and they just don't, like, they're backing so many Kickstarters that they forget. You know, but eventually they'll get around to it. I would just recommend packing their stuff anyway and just putting it to the side, and so that way when they remember like 6 months later, hey, I backed your campaign, can I still get my stuff? You still have the package to send out. So.
Yeah. Lola, so I'm over on Indiegogo, and
I'm about to launch it. I'm about to launch it.
Here we go.
I wanted to answer these two questions in the
go.
comments, and then I'm going to launch. So Trico asked, did you folks start early? Yes, we did, Trico. It is launch night for lore. And Dominic said, hello, you color coordinated bunch.
I know,
Top
right?
row
I
is
just
in black,
noticed that. You know?
bottom is in blue. Neat.
I know, right?
Bravo and good luck, Lola. Thank you, Dominic.
Really. She's getting ready, folks. She's
Here we
getting ready.
go. Here we go. Countdown.
And now I'm hitting the F5 button for you, Lola.
There we go.
Release.
There it is.
I will bring it up just so we can finally see what the. Here we go. Here we go.
Ready
There
for the
it
campaign. All right.
Release. There it is. Oh, finally.
Release the campaign.
I've waited so long.
Uh-oh. Well,
Want me to bring it up? Here, I'll bring it up.
View campaign. There you go.
There it is.
There we go. So tell us about the levels that are available to everybody.
All right. There's a lot. So the first one is just show your support, $5. The second one is get Lord. You get the book Lore, which is an 80-page graphic novel for $25. Then we'll get Frisky for $35. You get the book Lore, you get Unsolicited, and you get A to Z fetishes. For $45 is Kiss the Ring. You get the Lore, you get 2 invites to the parties that are in the book, and you get Blair's Ring. The Key to It All is for $45, and you get Lore, 2 invites, and the bottle opener key that everybody talks about.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one.
Then Blair's Choice for $60. You get Lore, the invites, the key, and the ring. Then if you want to go all in for $75, you get everything mentioned above, including Unsolicited and the fetish book.
Oh, which by the way, I have artwork in the
you do
in the A to Z book. Yes,
a few people do. If you want to get drawn into the book and get everything listed above, that's $200.
Wow. Okay.
Then for $400, you get everything listed above, including getting drawn into the book, and you get original art from Varian, which is the Nylons piece for the ABC book. Then there's another one. You get the ABC original cover art and everything listed above. Or you can get unsolicited original cover art and everything listed above. Then if you scroll down, we have add-ons. You can either get Chakra Comics, which is my publishing label for adult comics, or you can get the Lore t-shirt.
So who did the logo for Shocker?
The girl was drawn by Seth, also known as Goblin Grimm.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
And then I did the lettering and everything.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. And this is officially launched now, you guys.
It is.
Now, this has been quite a journey, Lola. How long did it take you to write up the story, kind of script it out, and find your artist?
To write the story, it took me about 3 months. I wrote everything in a notebook, and then I had to type it up. To find my artist was a little bit of trouble because I had an artist at first, an artist and a colorist that was the same person. Stuff happened in their life and they could no longer work on the book. So then I reached out to Dave Brown and told him what I was doing, and he signed on for it. So he's my artist and my colorist.
And
I have a question. I have a question.
Oh no, that's your questions.
Yes.
The gentleman from Maine
Yeah.
would like to take the microphone.
This book, I've got a chance to read the script, and I know Daphne has too. It's
Yeah.
very perverted.
Well, I didn't. Well, I didn't want to ruin it for me, so I just read the first 10 pages, and that's crazy. Go nuts already.
Yeah.
The 10 pages that I read was, you know, if you have any question as to what type of book this is, you'll find out really fast in the first 10 pages.
Lola, my question is: you know this is your first book, and me and you talked the other day, and you told me you're starting to consider the idea of a follow-up.
Yeah.
Which I know you can't talk about it, but I'm excited for the follow-up.
I can leave it where it's at, or I can add on to it.
Well, that's a good. I mean, that's pretty good.
But
So
I do have like 2 more books and stories in mind to add to this already.
Yeah, your brain did the same thing mine did when I finished, when I finished writing the script. Oh, you have room now. Here, do this.
Yeah.
And do this and do that.
now I've seen the video before. I'm pretty sure you shared the video on one of your shows, and I know that I recognized Mr. Zimmerman's voice in there.
That's because his wife doesn't.
Yeah, my wife didn't recognize it.
That's
Really?
funny because I didn't recognize it either.
Oh no, I was just like Randy.
Right off. What?
I was like, oh my gosh, you need to be doing some more
I wouldn't have
voiceover.
pegged Randy for the sexy announcer voice.
Yeah, no, I was like, that's Randy. I'm like, you need to be doing some voiceover. Can we watch the video?
You haven't heard my sexy announcer voice yet.
Oh, okay. Oh,
well, hey.
well then.
How do I do the video? Just
Hit play. Is the sound up?
Yeah. Can anybody hear that?
Look, you gotta go out. You gotta close the video now.
So stop sharing.
Yep, stop sharing.
Okay.
Let
You do it. Yeah.
Let him pro through this.
You can handle it.
You're
And
supposed
Randy,
to
you were up close. You were up close with that mic, weren't you?
Who, me?
Randy?
Yeah.
He did 3 takes on it.
Right there.
Oh, only.
I sent her 3 takes. I did more than that.
Right.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I could imagine.
I did a bunch and then sent her the best 3.
They were all good, though.
The wife goes, "That's not how you laugh."
Well, you're doing a voice, so of course it's not how you would. But
And it's supposed to be an evil laugh.
yeah.
So
They've never, I don't think they've heard Randy like cackle at this.
Yeah, no, because that was a good. Yeah, I know. It's like, look, I'm. Surprises for everybody.
hey, we got a backer.
Hey,
Hooray!
hurrah!
I'm gonna take a shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm gonna play the video. Here we go. Let's see.
There we go.
It all started with an invite. Then you wake up in a cage. You would never expect what happens next. Who lives? Who dies? Are you ready to get lured?
Oh, that is not you, Randy.
Yeah.
It's so Randy.
Yeah.
Wow.
It all started with an invite.
Wow. Bada bangs. Bada bangs.
And,
Wow.
and that's one of those things where you can watch with your eyes open and closed and be like, I really enjoyed that.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I really had to like concentrate to go. I think I hear Randy in that. Very nice, sir. Very nice.
But see, that evil laugh is not something you want to hear in the dark. Like
Oh,
when
yeah,
you're
definitely.
by yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like, oh no, I'm out of here.
Yeah. Your wife is like, don't ever do that again.
Actually, it was like that's not you.
Yeah.
Doesn't even sound like you.
Wow.
I thought it was interesting, and I just knew I was going to be the person she asked to do the voice, but it wasn't. I didn't even get asked to audition. She was like, I need someone who pronounces words. I'm sorry, I can't.
No, I didn't even tell you about it.
No, it was, and I can tell you guys the video.
The video was done before I told you about what I was doing.
Yeah, because I thought I was gonna have to make it for her, and I'm really. I mean, if nothing else, like. I don't know how I'm gonna act when she starts shipping the comic. I'm probably gonna be like bursting with pride. My chest is gonna be stuck out. I'm gonna have to borrow one of her bras. It's gonna be stuck out so far. But the fact that she did the video by herself, she put the campaign together by herself. Yeah, that one is gonna slip any minute now. I'm worried about that one you're wearing. But I was so proud of her. I'm so proud of her. She did all this by herself, and yeah.
I did all the graphics, everything by myself.
Yeah.
That's
That was-
impressive.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad. It's like she's grown up. She doesn't need me anymore. Yeah, I want to thank you guys though for and everybody who gave her advice too.
I really appreciate it.
Kept her from asking me questions. That was great. That was great. Oh, she'll probably come back. Her internet's been Daphne's internet has been flaking. For the last
couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks. So it's
Just got to pay her Comcast bill. That's all. No, just kidding.
We got another one.
Another one.
She says, Randy scared my internet.
There we go.
Now, guys,
Another shot for that one.
have you guys done?
You gotta refresh.
Have you guys done campaigns yet? Like, I mean, on Indiegogo, have you guys done campaigns?
Not on Indiegogo.
Because I have no idea to try to check to see, like, it's other than here. Because I would like to thank the people who are, backing, but I have no idea how to do that because I've never run a campaign before. So,
there's a back door there that tells you who's contributed.
yeah, there's a back door. Okay.
That's what we're here.
Especially on this book.
Right?
Well, I see. We got Nita and Randy, and I'm gonna make sure I start pronouncing every T I see in names like Nita, Nida. Isn't that what I mean? Nida Landing. Can I
You
speak to
start
Nida
calling me
Landing?
Nida, too. Son, we're gonna have to talk.
Well, I told you I got my diploma and it said Vivian Grant.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
No.
How awesome.
All right, Vivian.
Almost derailed my whole collegiate career. I was like, I'm not. I mean,
Did your testicles shrink up? Did you swallow them back inside?
If it would have happened today, I'd have been all right. I'm like, yeah, this is, they're not saying anything. I walk around, yeah, I'm Vivian, and make something of it.
Well, there are some names that can be guys or girls. Vivian's not one of them.
No.
Like Leslie, Kelly,
Blair,
Shannon. I've known a lot of male Shannons.
Blair's
Dana.
another one.
Dana.
But Vivian,
No.
not so much.
No.
I always worry about Dana because I remember I had a girlfriend named Dana. At the same time, I met a friend of mine who worked at a video game store, so we became fast friends, and his name was Dana, and I did not like that. I did not like that at all. And also, I have a buddy named Chris, and he's the reason why I don't call Krista Chris, because he looked at a friend of ours whose girlfriend was named Chris, and he says, "So when you have sex, you say my name?"
Oh wow.
And it's like, nope, no longer. So my wife has all kind of other names other than, yeah, not happening. Ugh. Randy is a unisex name now.
Always has been. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's spelled with an I. Yeah.
Yeah, our oldest was going to be Miranda, and we were going to call her Randy. But then my mom's like, "Oh, like Sex in the City." I was like, "Oh, there goes that fucking name."
Yeah.
Miranda. Like, as long as like she's not being read her Miranda
That
right.
was going to be the whitest name you ever heard, dude. Miranda Elizabeth. I was like, no, nah.
I'll tell you a funny name. Miss Lola almost got named Mary. Was it Mary?
Mary, my middle name was gonna be Christmas.
Yep, Merry Christmas.
Oh my god, I was going to be Annie.
Or there was another option. My name was gonna be Jewel, and my middle name was gonna be Ree.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah.
Wow. So glad that the parents, I mean, unless somebody like kind of smacked him and said, "What were you thinking?"
I was going to say, I thought I had cruel parents.
See, now, even though my name, okay, so back in the 70s, Meredith, it was always associated with Don Meredith, the football player. They were like, isn't that a guy's name? But not only that, I mean, like, my mother is literally like off the plane Korean, okay? She's a naturalized citizen. They can't say Meredith in Korea. There is no R and TH in their language.
That's right.
So I'm like, hey, Ma, what did you call me up until you could speak English? And she just kind of looked at me and went, shut up. I'm like, that makes sense.
Yeah. Made me the child. My
the
name
child
is
the child whose name shall not be uttered.
Yeah. My mother still doesn't call me by my name. She called me Varian.
That's always Byron.
Yeah, Viren, and I'm like, who is Viren? And my dad started this name. My middle name is Mikkel, Mekell, and my dad would call me. Oh, he said, "There's my baby, Varian Mikkel Baryshnikov Grant." And so when I went to kindergarten, teacher said, "What's your name?" And I said, "Varian Mikkel Baryshnikov Grant," very proudly. And teacher said, "Your middle name is not Baryshnikov." And I was hurt to find out it wasn't. Yeah.
Well, at least, did anybody do the at least your middle name wasn't "damn it" joke?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think my son thought his name was the N-word he was for.
Oh boy.
He made
not okay.
Yeah, he might. I think that's not okay, Barry. I got an earbud in. I'm getting what do you call standards and practices in my ear right now?
Oh.
You have a meeting, Mr. Grant, now. Yeah. Enough with the ha-ha. Lola, I'm proud of you, man. You're making money and
Oh wow. Yeah, $8 already. Very nice, very nice.
I do have a question for you guys, and I've been asking it. Randy already asked it, and I got Nita and Meredith here and Daphne. Daphne, you start talking about, hey, Jeremy, how's it going?
Hey.
You start talking about it last week, but we really got into it, and there's two things that happened.
Okay.
One of which is, say you find a fan group,
right?
And
the fan question.
And they're loving whatever it is you've put out. They're loving it. There's a Facebook fan group. Do you join it under a blank account, or do you join it as yourself?
That's tough because I learned really quickly not to do that because I did do it once and I ended up coming across somebody shit talking my book. So
I'm going to start a Daphne Lage page right now.
I learned not to do that, to not get involved. with fandom stuff. I mean, especially nowadays, fandom is so. I mean, yeah, back in the day when I was in furry fandom, there was a lot of crazy stuff that, you know. But it's like nowadays, it's like fandom terrifies me now. You know, so yeah.
So, how about you, Meredith? Do you join as Meredith Login, or do you make a sock puppet? Can't make a blank Facebook. It's like this ML and join. Or?
Nah.
You know, I kind of stay away from the Facebook groups because I've been in a few, especially with this comics journey.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm talking about like
Fans.
you know, when I was first looking into comics and trying to connect with people and things like that, and you know, just asking questions, you were being mocked, you know. So I was going in by my, you know, as myself, obviously, because I had questions, but I didn't like the answers that they were giving other people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I removed myself from those. But when it comes to troll accounts, I have troll accounts, and I block everybody who knows me.
Even me.
Even you. So, you
Even
know, so
me.
I can go out and have fun and misbehave, and it is under a completely different alias. You would, I doubt that you would find me. But I
I'm
do
on the
that
hunt.
because it's where I let the little evil out, because I'm still well behaved on my other social media, or at least I try to be.
How about you, Nita? Would you?
Oh, I'd be all up on my own fucking name, and I would be kicked out of my own groups for vulgarity. And they would be like, "What the fuck are you even doing here?"
Right?
No.
Well, the reason I asked is because we got a letter from a person who was, they watch Indiegogo. So Lord bless them, and they said, "Hey, listen, I work in the mainstream." I figured out who that person is, and they said, "I work in the mainstream," and they said, you know, I joined a fan group.
Hello, Rob.
We're like, hello, Rob Anderson. No, Rob Anderson. No, it wasn't Rob. It was
Freudian slip is showing.
Yeah. No, I would like Rob Anderson to show up, but he doesn't show up on my show anymore. No, it's
it was
like
Rob
he's in the mainstream. He's in the mainstream now. He won't come on. He's too big for me. But we figured out who it is actually that wrote in, and he said he's been in the mainstream for so long that now people have fan groups of his, and the problem is they're sharing bootleg links to his artwork, the prints, the T-shirts, and it's all.
Well, the thing is though, it's like when he says that he's in the mainstream, he's talking about like his own thing hit the mainstream, or he's working for.
He's working the mainstream. He's worked for Marvel. He's worked for DC.
Right. Okay. So this artwork, is it like his artwork of like Spider-Man or something that people are printing on bootleg shirts?
Yes, and funny you mentioned Spider-Man. Wow.
Oh, no, I was just guessing.
That's what it is.
Because I mean, because I know that I told the story about Art Germ, who had a comic book store in Texas printing out his stuff from DeviantArt, you know, like his DC stuff and selling them as canvases. But in the end, though, I think that's something for, I mean, his company's legal department to handle, not for him himself.
But I would be a little pissed if someone was sharing bootleg stuff. Like I think about poor what's his name, the Ninja Turtle guys.
Right. Yeah.
I'm in a group and people share their shit, bootleg Ninja Turtle stuff all the time, and I'm like, wow, if they're here, they got to be pissed. Also, real quick, I want to ask you something, Lola, because everyone's seen this lovely picture I did. Hold on, let me show it. I'll show it on the stream. Everyone's seen this lovely picture I did. It's lovely. It's lovely. The guy showing himself.
Oh, the guy, yeah.
Taking a picture of himself. Now, that one is in the unsolicited book.
Yeah.
And then the other one is the ABC's A Fetish book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how the two pieces together, they kind of like bookend each other. That, you know, like they're kind of like when I saw the two covers, when you show the two covers together, they're kind of like it's like they're like mirror opposites.
Yeah, I want to say that's intentional, but I'm not that smart.
Right. No, well, it worked out. It worked out.
Yeah.
So that's what. Yeah. So when you put the two books together, so it's like you have her on one side and him on the other, and it's like it almost like forms a cohesive piece, one piece, and it's just like, yeah. So congratulations on your unintentional design choices.
You know, listen, when you're a genius, Daphne, as I am, sometimes your genius cannot be contained, and therefore it just displays. It's like a creative orgasm that just explodes over everything, and you can't contain it.
Wow.
You can only
Just make
clean
sure
up and
to
dry up
okay,
afterwards.
after.
Leaves you with nothing but a sense of deep satisfaction and guilt. A bit of shame as well.
Well, yeah, you need yeah, that's how you know it's really good when you get that little bit of shame at the end. That's you kind of need that for that extra kick.
Afterwards, I like to rub myself down with jelly.
Right.
Jelly. I need to write an episode of Law and Order. This book, we mentioned him earlier, the Fetishes, has a foreword in it from Rob. Rob Anderson did a foreword for that.
Oh,
book.
okay, cool.
So there's a foreword from Rob in that book. So and then we got Unsolicited here, which doesn't have foreword for me, but my penis is not in that book, guys. So don't anybody think that
it shouldn't be.
Well, give me my money back.
Wait a minute. Why is Randy clearing his throat?
It's like, well, we know Stench is in there. We have to figure out which one is Stench.
Oh, okay.
Stench's penis is in the book. We have to figure out which one it is.
She asked us
that's the
all
game.
to send her.
Right.
That's my story. We're sticking to
it. Yeah, we know what she's gonna do with them. She just asked us.
Yeah.
There's the team. There's Lola and Dave.
It's a shock to us all.
Those guys. Those should be stickers, guys.
They should. Yeah,
I like a Dave Brown sticker on my computer. Dave changes his hair too much though. Because I'll put the sticker on there, then he'll like grow dreads, and I'll be like, "What the hell?
This is not you anymore."
Yeah. Dave is. I think Dave is slowly turning into Mark Henry. Very slowly, he's turning into Mark Henry, the wrestler. He's
the wrestler.
Yeah, he's gonna.
What was the name he went under? Sexual Chocolate. What was that? Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's sexual, baby.
Yeah. Those were the days.
Oh, I miss those days. Daphne has a piece in the fetish book here.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I think mine is in there too. I have a piece in there. Other than doing the cover, I have. Yeah, I have to ink it. But and I shout out too to Eugene Bativu for coloring these for me. Me and Eugene have been working together for years. He's 2012. It's just like one of those, you find somebody who can color your stuff, you're just excited.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Yeah,
you just stick with him like you're mine. You're not going anywhere. And then when I see someone else color some other stuff, I'm like, you cheated on me? you fucking cheated on me.
And that is so real though, because I've been busy writing scripts and things like that, and I've got 2 stories that C. Michael Lanning has done art for, and I'm like, I feel like if I write something else, I'd be cheating on him if I look for another artist. I mean, seriously though, it's like one of those things. Like,
you would be.
Oh, see, oh,
you would be.
But I mean, it's neat because I was able to talk to him and make sure that we had that communication, because there's some stuff that I love horror, right? And he's like, I don't really do that. I'm like, okay, good. Because I always feel like I have to give him like first refusal. And I'm like,
Yeah, he's quick to tell you.
You guys need to talk to JD, because it's like he's like, he collects artists,
right?
Yeah. And so the problem is he might collect one of mine. I'll message him.
Right. And I kind of feel the same way now too, because we've worked with 2 different colorists, and I'm like, I want to make sure that I'm expanding, so that I know people that I can work with and maybe start my own collection. Oh, there's my squeaky dog.
Yeah.
She's a happy puppy.
I had to go full screen. I see doggy. Okay.
Yeah. But it's one of those things. It's like because I'm still working on my first few. And I'm still new, and there's so much to learn, and there's so many artists out there and so many colorists, and I've also done lettering. Who else here has done lettering?
That.
Yeah. I do my own lettering too.
Oh, that shit sucks.
Yeah.
It's tedious. It's
Oh,
it's not it's not really tedious as much as it's another learning curve. You know, it's like there's so much you have to learn about it. It's not just about like just smacking text on a page. There really is a rhyme and a reason, and it's its own art form.
yeah.
I have lettered both Mark Bloodworth and Gary Reed.
Yeah. How much on a scale of 1 to 10? How much do you love lettering?
I did it because I just wanted to be a part of comics. So until I saw scripts from Mark Bloodworth and Gary Reed. So you want to talk about info dumps? Here we go. Boom. Yeah.
So you see those and you're like,
but honestly, though, to tell you the truth, it's like I feel like the lettering is what really pulls everything together, though. So I actually enjoy lettering. I actually enjoy it because that's when all the work in the artwork just comes together with the text, and it's just it's like, oh, it's finally complete.
I just like critiquing the fuck out of it. I won't do it myself, but I'll think about somebody else's.
Yeah, Nita's been in the background with me, and I'm just pulling my hair out, and she's like, I don't want to tell you. I'm like, tell me, I want this to look good. And she's like, your tails suck. And I'm like, oh.
I did too. I was like, this is a clusterfuck, man.
Well, at least it didn't keep you from drawing tails for the next 2.5 years.
Right. That's why I use templates. I use pre-made tails.
See, Varian's mouth is moving, but he's not saying nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna let that one go. No, it could have. I did letter a comic. I did a very poor job at it, and never again.
Oh no, I've done my share of hey, we need this over a weekend type lettering. That's
yeah.
So
not good.
Guys, if you're interested, again, Lore, Lure, the Indie Princess's book. There she is, our own Lola. She's got her first book now, crowdfunding on Indiegogo. Please go over there, and give it a, buy something.
Give it up.
Buy a book. It's gonna be worth it. She put the script together all by herself, and again, this is somebody who's been around in comics since 2010.
Hey, you learn to swim by not drowning.
Yeah. She published enough of them. Now it's her turn to actually make them, and she's getting a crash course here. She's first time she's ever crowdfunded.
So also, I guess using the fandom question as a segue, it's like since this is Lola's first crowdfunding. So here's okay. Let me see if I can change my camera. Okay. Let's see. So I would just want to introduce Lola to her first fan art.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
So
that looks awesome.
So what I'm going to be doing here, I'm going to be channeling Goblin Grimm, which is funny because you mentioned him before, and I'm going to be coloring this on the show while we're all talking. So that way, so it's like so I'm kind of keeping the picture low because I'm not sure how YouTube is. I'm not sure how YouTube is going to be about that. So this is we can say that this is Lola's first taste of fandom.
That's awesome, Daphne. Thank you.
So thank you. So
you're gonna have to do like a little sensor or a little heart thing, right in the center there, so that
just be like
I know, right? So so I guess it's like
for.
There we go. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Post-it note. Yep.
Yeah, post-it note. We're gonna have to.
Right.
I'll put like a little.
Might have to grab a little. Oh, hold on. I got something here.
You got like a little cat sticker or something.
I got something here. Hold on.
Can you draw a quick ammo face on it?
Yeah, there we go. So we got a little. Says a little hentai. It's good enough for the Japanese.
Oh my god.
It looks awesome, Daphne.
Oh, thank you. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the main character's name's Chastity, right? So why don't you tell us a little bit about her? Well,
Chastity has a mind of her own. She is very high maintenance, but then she has her darker side, which is going to swinger parties, adult parties, trying to get into exclusive parties, and her poor husband gets dragged along to all these because he wants her. He does anything for her. He's a cook, pretty much. And she finally gets into the all-exclusive party lore, but it's really not what you all hoped it to be. And you'll find out why when you get the book and you read it.
She's gonna go now. This book is what you always say. It's Solve meets Eyes Wide Shut,
Yeah.
which is a really like effed up concept.
It's like more like the first Saw, where it's more like detective and torture. There's not so much gore.
But by the way, does the X mean that Professor X was in there? Is that what that means? Come here, Gene. Come here, Gene. I have to have words with you. Don't bring Scott. He's on mind control now. I'm so horrible.
It's the return of Charles Zackley.
Yeah.
here, maybe once I put some color down there, it won't look as YouTube won't be as mad. So let me put some color down there first.
Whatever you do, don't make the panties red.
No. So I'm taking inspiration from what Lola is wearing right now. So we're making that black.
It's not much. She's not wearing much.
Yeah, it's not very much. And the sides are all out and fishnet.
It's stuff she can't wear out in public. I mean, she could probably wear it to Walmart. She fit right in. But,
well, Walmart being the place to be.
You see the Louisiana Walmarts, Lord.
I'll be honest with you. I was in Best Buy today, and a young lady walked past me and almost followed her out the store. I was one home with her. That was listen. I was not. I tried. I was not ready for the yoga pants. I was not ready for them.
Was it yoga pants season already?
It is, and I was like, excuse me. Now I remember.
I wear yoga pants all year round. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, you do actually. It's kind of weird. It's laziness.
Were the pants talking to you?
The pants were. They were like, look at our seams. We're in all the right places. We're separating this part, and we're accentuating this and that. Follow me home. I would have got
at the restaurant, there was a lady that walked past that showed too much in the front.
I didn't see that. I would have.
She was wearing the gray, like, yoga pant type pants. And yeah, you could see.
They wear pants in Walmart and shopping where y'all at? I'm serious. I have been in a fucking Walmart here, and a chick that just came back from tubing off the river in a wet white t-shirt with nothing underneath it except a fucking thong, and had to check out behind her. Wow. But that's real life shit, and flip-flops.
Now
did she have a nice butt at least?
Yeah, it's all right.
We don't want to. We don't want to completely dismiss it.
You're in Louisiana, right?
Right.
See, now I always joke with Anthony because when I went down to Wizard World New Orleans, Anthony was like,
"Waste that trip."
Well, I want to go to New Orleans. I've never been, and Anthony said, "Where you staying?" I told him on the street, and he says, "You in fucking Terrytown?" And I said, "Yeah." He's like, "Fucking Terrytown, this motherfucker." And why the fuck are you in Terrytown? He just gave me the whole history of Terrytown, and yeah. But I tell you what, when I come back to New Orleans, I've got to go back down there and get myself some more of that ground patty. It's a restaurant called Ground Patty. That shit is delicious. And
did you hit up Cafe Du Monde?
They get what?
Did you hit up Cafe Du Monde while you were
in
New
Orleans? Yeah.
God. That's
my pictures outside. Mm-hmm. On my hat, on the raccoon cap, I have a Cafe Du Monde pin. There it is. Yeah. Guys, you probably can't see it, but yeah, there it is.
Sweet.
Yeah, have a cafe, do my pen, and it's it was. I want to come back. I was hoping that the convention would come back soon, but I don't know what's going to actually happen. We're not
To
going to
me,
get.
the Louisiana conventions are so boring.
Mm.
They're just nothing in comparison to like Houston and this year we're going to Orlando so I can touch Meredith in real life. What up?
Ooh.
In August, Meredith could be pregnant. It's not Pat's baby.
We got some colors being added here. Some red, lady in red.
Yeah, really. Well, you know,
Yeah.
it's like red.
Oh my
Red's the color of
God.
the party.
Is that a Lola exclusive or will there be prints?
It depends on what Miss Lola wants to do.
Lola, you need
Whatever
to sell
she
that
wants to
shit.
do, whatever Lola wants, Lola gets.
I've been trying to fight that idea for years. Here you come trying to validate it. Yeah, that is cool. I like it. So the other thing that we talked about last time we were here on GeekGasm, and luckily Daphne's drawing, so she won't get it. She'll get enraged, but she won't be able to put her face.
Right. Yeah, I'm not on camera right now, so
maybe
I'm
Nito,
sure you guys much prefer to look at the artwork.
Yeah.
Maybe Nito take your place this time. And we've been talking to Alex, who's going to be coming on not this week, but next week's special issue.
Oh yeah.
And she's a young lady who she was approached by an artist back in late October to do a comic book. And the guy said, I really love your art. Hey, I want you to do this comic. Sent her the script. It's a 75-page comic or so. And he wanted to pay her 425 pages, but I heard who.
Wait, what? How much?
425.
425 per page.
Whoa, look at that. We
Oh,
jumped.
nope,
We jumped.
Yeah. 135. 135.
135.
Nice.
Thank you.
435 a page.
425 a page.
425 a page.
425 a page. And now she
People
said
at Image and Marvel and DC don't fucking get that.
right, and she thought, oh, this is bullshit. They're not gonna pay me, but she did some art for him. She did a page. She sent it to him. 425 showed up in a PayPal.
Huh.
She says, okay, let's try again. She's another page, another 425. Consistently for
what else does he want?
30 something pages. Yeah.
What else did he want?
So around page 30, that's when he starts getting weird. That's when he starts saying the flirtatious text. You see that slow nod Meredith just did? Meredith was saying, too.
Weird with the Korean.
Yeah. Huh? Oh, yeah, okay. Let's see here. Oh, 170. Thank you.
What up?
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. 170 already. Look at that.
Yeah. At page 30 or so, he started getting weird. He started sending her, messages, flirtatious messages, and then he started with the pics, of himself, of his genitalia.
Oh nope. Okay, I'm keeping your money and fuck you, buddy.
Well. So she said, hey, she wrote in to the ladies here, and she said, hey, what should I do? Because this guy's sending me these pictures, and I don't want to. She got used to the money. She actually quit her job because the money was there.
Oh, no, that was stupidity on her part.
Well, yeah, but the money's there, and you're doing,
No, not after just fucking 30 pages. No, you're not there yet.
Yeah, that was the one thing.
Job.
Yeah, that was the one thing that I kind of like. I think never quit your day job for comics if you have a day job. I mean, that should have been like side money. Yeah, I mean, but it's like, look, I'm not blaming her for ending up in this position because it's like that is a lot of money.
Yeah,
it's just that in general you shouldn't be quitting your job for this type of stuff.
So, like, what Daphne knows that
you don't know, he might have suggested, quote unquote, that she quit her day job, thus giving him more control and more confidence
Yeah.
No, fuck all that. That would have made it even more suspicious for me.
At page 45, she said, "That's it. I've had enough. Please stop with the flirtatious messages."
Right.
Well, then he sends her back a message and says, "Oh, you've made it very weird between us now."
He's sending dick pics, but
She
she's
made it
making
weird.
it weird.
She made
Yeah.
it weird. No,
Yeah,
fuck all
exactly.
that. No, time for a lawyer.
Well, mention lawyers, because he sent her legal papers now, saying,
Well, he sent legal papers.
Yeah,
You can get
legal
that at
papers.
Staples.
She's got dick pics.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Wait, okay, go ahead. Call your lawyer. Let's take this to court.
$19,000 he wants back.
Oh, he wants it back?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the money
Yeah,
back.
no, that's not how that works.
Meredith,
That's
you're
not how
muted.
that works.
Meredith, you're muted.
Your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying. Come on.
No, that
Are you
shit.
I have
self-censoring?
always
not.
wanted to say that.
Were you self-censoring? Was that what's going on?
That shit does not fly.
No.
Holy cow. No, seriously. I mean, first of all, if she's got the documentation that he offered to pay that much per page and she sent in the artwork, okay, you got paid. That is the job. Boom.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything after that is no. You don't just assume just because you're throwing money at somebody, you know?
Right. No.
There was never that agreement in the beginning.
Right.
Yeah. I think that he did it so he never really wanted them. And the scariest thing for her, though, is that they're both in the same city.
That is
It's a big
as
city.
fuck.
It's a big city. They're in New York. And I asked Daphne, I said, Daphne, how is it easy to run into the same person or someone you know in New York? Is it very easy? I mean, it's a big city.
It depends on where you, because it's like it depends on whether they're both in New York City, or it's like, or maybe like if he's upstate. I mean, it's like, look, he could be in Long Island, which means that you could spend your entire life never seeing him. But if the concern was if they went to conventions,
Right.
and that would be the place, that was the concern, that she would meet him at a convention, that he would confront her there.
And so she's like, she was upset. She was like, hey, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be, and she's well within her right. Well within her right too. I feel that way. So 170, Lola, congratulations.
Making bank, girl.
What'd you say? Your mic's muted. I'm sorry.
Could you keep talking? So I muted my mic.
Oh,
No, you're fine. No, I said thank you for everyone that's already donated. I really appreciate it.
I will shut up.
You don't have to shut up.
No, there should have been red flags though. Like nobody's gonna come at you out of the woodwork off
Yeah,
the
but-
fucking wagon for $400+ a damn page.
You also have to remember that this is her first gig too. So,
So that it's like,
or I would imagine it's her first gig. It's her first gig, right? Variant?
It was her first
Like
Her
paid
first
gig.
job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
first
Yeah,
paid.
but that's
But
still
surely
there are still red flags. I mean, to
Oh my
command
God.
that kind of money coming out of the gate,
right.
that
It's
would
weird.
make me ask questions.
And I'm not victim shaming or blaming. I'm really not. But
No.
like, this is
but
things
there's
that
a
new
certain
people
amount of
need to
common
recognize.
sense.
Right. Like we really need to, especially people that are new in the industry, do some research, do your history, know how much people are charging coming out the gate, know what you're expected, just, I don't know. That would have been a red flag off from go.
I mean, I've been writing for a really long time. I've done editing because of newspapers and stuff like that. And I mean, to this day, I still wouldn't know what to charge. And I probably undercharge, quite frankly, even though I have this, this experience. So it's like one of those things, if somebody's throwing that kind of, like exorbitant
Gold at you.
amounts of money
Right.
at me, it's like, hey, that sounds great because I got bills to pay, but at the same time, like, why are you spending that much? And
right?
it's I don't even want to say it's imposter syndrome. It's not. It's just like what's the fine print here that I'm not seeing? You know, I would definitely be concerned, especially if you don't have a recognizable name.
I think he wanted to lure her in that way. Yeah, there is lure. Tied it in, baby. He wanted to lure her in with
What
the
you did there,
cash.
Marion?
Yeah. Make her dependent on the cash. Yeah, grooming in a way. Yeah, make her dependent on the cash, and then when he threatened to pull it away, it's like, well, wait, don't do that. How this type of guy who says, hey, let's do this con together. I'll pay for the hotel room.
Oops,
And
we only
you
have
get
one
there.
day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, nope.
You think you're so slick, but you women are onto that one. Oh, we only got one bed.
Most of the time.
My car won't start.
I was raised by the streets. I know this game.
You still got people out there, playing the "my wife doesn't understand me" card.
My wife doesn't understand me either, but I talk fast, though.
Yeah, I question myself all the time about him.
He's a questionable character.
He is very questionable.
A friend of mine, we had dinner with a friend of mine that he says, well, before you guys get lovey-dovey, I said, lovey-dovey? We despise each other. What are you talking about? Like, sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I get depressed because she's still breathing.
Oh my God, Varian!
Yeah, in a couple of days will be 4 years of marriage.
Are insults foreplay with you guys?
Insults?
Pretty much. Yeah.
You have to be like,
yeah. It's like,
did you say 4 years?
Yeah.
4 years of marriage, but we've been together almost 11.
Oh, those are still the honeymoon.
I keep forgetting how young you are.
I'm a baby, Randy.
Yeah, I realized the other day, I was told that I'm only 9 years younger than my father-in-law.
We're at the point now where we're going. Is it 30? Is it 30? 31? 30? 30? No, 32? Yeah, that's where we're at now.
Man, you guys are like getting up there, man. No, I feel like this. I'm 39 years old now, and it's all downhill from here. I got one more year of life left of me, and it's just. I mean,
Meredith, mute. You keep saying these wonderful things, and no one can hear you.
Oh no, I was just reacting to like, oh no.
Daphne's still trying to get back in.
It said it's all downhill from here. Well, my health is going to be a toboggan ride. So
there we go.
There we go.
Your health is going to be a toboggan ride? Is that what you said?
To bad health. Just, whoa, I'm going to die. Oh, arthritis. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Let's get some cataracts. Oh, let's get wart on the knee. Strange growth in my stomach. Sure, let's get that. Oh, it's going to be horrible.
Yeah, Daphne, it's a parrot lage.
Yeah. Just in case, I am in the office, so if you hear any weird stuff in the back.
Is that a color guide next to you, Daphne?
Is that what?
A color guide?
Yeah, this is my marker chart for my Prismacolors.
Okay.
So that I know what I have here. The only trick is don't store it in direct sunlight, because these markers are not color fast, so they'll change color they'll fade really fast. So
Sharpie just announced that they have some new Sharpies that will not fade against UV or sunlight.
Oh, okay, that's
cool.
Long overdue.
Yeah.
I mean, but the thing is, though, it's like, why would you need a Sharpie to
I need Sharpie for everything?
I love Sharpies.
I love Sharpies.
I mean,
because I don't have
archival Sharpies.
Like, if I don't have Sharpies, I get a buzz, and then I go and mess with Chris's markers, and it really starts to fight. I'll just see what I've done to some Copics.
I thought it was going to tie a different way. Like, I get a buzz when I sniff Sharpies.
No.
I mean, because that's totally. I had a French do that. Sniff the shit out of Marcus.
Ah, man, fuck that.
Hey,
If
look,
I
they
know that, I'd stick
they
some
taught
glue.
us to do that in grade school with all the fruit flavored the fruit smelling
I
markers
was
and stuff.
just gonna mention that. Yeah. And you'd be sniffing them and like trying to taste them just because it smelled so much like grape
Right.
candy.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then you go home because your friends wouldn't tell you that you had marker on your face. And were you eating those markers again? No.
Say no to drugs, kids, but this is how you use them.
Right, exactly.
CM Booze says, not since 12th grade.
So yeah, at my generation, we ate the paste too.
Yeah, yeah,
Melber's
yeah.
paste. My gosh.
I like
I-
the pencils. The Senate pencils. Especially the chocolate one. God, I would spend so many fucking quarters at recess buying them fuckers.
My son likes the Senate pencils.
I loved them. Like, I get hungry thinking about it.
Oh my goodness.
I got scented toilet paper.
Oh my God, no.
That doesn't sound
That's
safe. If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Scented toilet
It's
paper?
lavender.
I was just about to call it too.
Uh,
Like, why is the
that sounds like it could cause problems.
Problems.
Well,
That's why
I haven't had any problems.
That's
Okay.
why I use the other bathroom. I use the other bathroom because I know what's going to happen. They probably made it, and they probably said, "Yeah,
You gonna fall asleep while you taking a shit, V?
yeah." But that or they probably made it. They probably made it, and they specially scientifically curated it just to be horrible to Negro skin.
Oh my
Oh
God.
no.
I bet you they did, and you said, "Babe, my ass just itches. I can't be clean."
Our victims
Oh,
of my
gross.
toilet paper is scented after I use it.
That might be a dietary issue.
Wrong channel.
Lure sitting at 170. Lola, you've done it. You've broken your goal for the night. That's it. I told her. I said,
Nah,
What
she
was
has
that goal for
60
tonight?
days to go. What I'm saying is that after this, don't look at your campaign for the rest of the night. just
No, I have planned for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
just go to sleep. Don't do anything.
Sleep.
Sleep. Yeah, I'll check it.
I probably won't sleep though.
You know
My
what's
brain is
funny?
gonna go like all over the place. I'm gonna have to take some of my gummies.
You know what's funny is there's no more left. I ate them all.
Oh, you better not have. I've
There's
been taking those.
there's a when I was a part of a campaign on this is about 3 years ago, and I realized that the person was gonna break $1 million on their campaign,
Shit.
and I got so excited. I think I was spamming the F key more than the person who was about to make. I just kept hitting like, "Are we gonna make $1 million?" It became we. And I wasn't getting any of the money. I wasn't a part of the campaign, but I was excited to have my money a part of that $1 million. And then it's like when they broke $1 million, I'm like, I'm not getting in there. What the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was about to say. It's like
We had another gentleman though write in. We talked about his situation last week. He's on disability. He lost his disability because he made 12 grand on his account on his
yeah, that's ridiculous.
Because 12 grand can do what?
Right, exactly. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like the hoops that disabled people who need help the most have to jump through.
Is insane.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Like I was reading that they can't even get married, or else they also lose their disability. They can't even
They can't be willed anything.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's like, what the heck,
No, that's insane.
So it's like, to me, it's like that's just indicative of a whole like larger issue when it comes to disability.
Yeah, it's like they want to keep you
Destitute.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's yeah.
Sorry, I'm having sinister glee for
Uh-oh.
some news that I'm handling, but that was very very funny. Yeah,
Sinister Glee.
sinister glee.
An evil laugh, you might say.
Yeah. No, Randy's gonna do the evil laugh.
Yeah, Randy needs to do it.
You'll never get away with it.
Yeah. Well, when I laugh like that's because I'm getting away with it. Like, I just walked out of Walmart with these comics.
Hey, that wasn't
Oh, I
fun.
can't believe that happened. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, Lola's.
I felt so bad.
I didn't pay for these comics. I'm like, you old Mitch Brightweiser, $20.
You got paid already.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I didn't mean it. I honestly didn't.
It's a victimless crime. It's a victimless crime. No, it's not victimless. Somebody's gonna pay for those books. Are gonna go up in value now. The best books I've read. Let me tell you about the shit I just read, though. By the way, I'm sorry, but I just read a horrible Spider-Man book. I'm not gonna say names because I don't want to hurt the writer's feelings, but it was the worst Spider-Man book I've ever read.
And slot.
Say it.
Go ahead.
It wasn't Dan Slott. If it was Dan Slott, I'd be all over it. No, okay, put it this way. I won't say it's the worst Spider-Man book. I wasn't entertained by it. I'm gonna give it another one or
that's the
two
worst.
issues. But it's that nonstop Spider-Man book.
Mm.
And I love was it Bachelot's art. I like his art, but for some reason the book was just all over the place. You know how you read comics in a Z pattern?
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, you're supposed. Oh, did you
This
get too
one-
fancy with the panels?
Oh my goodness. It was he Dutch angled all the panels.
Mm.
Mm.
He did a Dutch angle on them.
I thought everyone kind of like got over that, that it's like, wacky panels really don't add to storytelling the way people think.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I was miffed. Here we go. I'll show you guys
Do
one.
you think it's a case of trying to do something retro?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's like they're trying. Yeah, it's like what it is. Like they're trying to be all dynamic and stuff. It's
And it looks like a hot mess.
Right, but the thing is that like they forget that you want the page to be dynamic, but again, you're telling a story, so that has to be forefront.
And there's word balloons in this image too. There's like they don't have the word balloons here, but there's word balloons in there, and I'm like,
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like I think a waste of talent here because the art is awesome, but it's
right. But it's like, how do you follow the story? It's like,
what's up with all the web balls?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
This is a page that was drawn to be sold on the secondary market.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
that's a very good point.
Yeah.
I'm drawing for the trade. I'm drawing.
Yeah, no, really. I mean, it's like there's way too many. I mean, I thought that a lot of people got that out of their system, years ago, but I guess not.
Yeah, it just for me, I was like, what am I reading? And then when they would go back in Peter's memories, the panels all went straight. It was great. But I don't know if it was like an action scene. That's what he's trying to do. But it just, I wasn't liking it. I'm gonna give it 2 more issues though.
I'm all for experimenting, but the experiment has to make sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It would help.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say there's no, but you guys can look at it. It's called Nonstop Spider-Man, and it's just wasn't my cup of tea. Not like Lore, which is my cup of tea.
Yeah.
It has sex.
Yeah.
That is
And murder.
Those pages I
It's
got
like,
there, well.
it's like Law and Order, but sexy Law and Order.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Law and Order was sexy, so they got rid of my favorite ADA.
No, I think if I do the next book that I have in mind for Lore, that's more of the sexy Law and Order.
Oh, there you go.
Doom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lola, you. I know we talked about. I say, your goal, just break 100 on launch. So you've done that.
You went like really slow past the butt. Was there a reason for that?
Yeah, I want everybody to see it. All the goals are still locked though. Holographic sticker, 3,000. Enamel pin, 4,000. Foil wrapper, 5,000. Lower patch, 6. Trading card, 7. Are those? Is that? Are you keeping that quiet? Is that a dollar amount or backer amount?
$1.
Okay. $1. 25 each for those
But
shirts.
is it going to be more than one card?
Yeah. I've seen some of the stuff, so I know it's already coming.
Yeah, you know it is. Oh, and I forgot to mention, the first 50 backers, they get a special trading card of me.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Do you have a picture of it?
Variant does.
I think I do. Hold on. I can see if I can pull it up.
Oh yeah, seeing Boosie is back tomorrow. I can't wait.
Who's back tomorrow?
Elliot.
Oh yeah, that's right, yeah. I bet you guys meant I was back tomorrow. Like I am back tomorrow.
I thought he was talking about his drawing supplies there for a second. It's my favorite pen, the Elliott Stablers.
Oh, very nice.
Wow, very nice.
I still have those boots too. They go all the way to my thigh.
Wow.
Did I take that? I had to get a picture, didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah, we were at the
That's
studio.
that's a really that's a hot picture.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's what the trading card will look like. Something like that. It'll have a
It will look different, but that's the base picture. Then the back will have something on it.
buy it now.
I put it on all my social medias already.
And this is also for sale. The original artwork for the fetish books.
The fetish book, the unsolicited book, and there's the covers are for sale for fetishes A to Z and unsolicited, and then the letter N, which is nylons, for the fetish book is for sale.
Now, have you looked at doing variant covers and things too?
I'm still looking into that.
For a trade? I mean, that's kind of, I don't know. I mean, it's like, because it's like the trades are so big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it happen where they maybe got a pricier artist, or a better known name, I guess, to do one. It's not like comic books, definitely not.
No.
But
If I
have
was to
seen
do
it.
one, it would be like one of them.
Yeah.
Or I was thinking, depending on how this does on Indiegogo, maybe taking it to Kickstarter afterwards and having a different cover.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
that's a good
yeah.
idea.
Oh,
that
that
way
would
you
be
can
cool.
differentiate between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe get a double backer.
Right, exactly. Because also, printing trades is a bit more expensive than printing individual comics.
Well, I've already priced it. I'm going to mix them.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's like, yeah, which
Our wonderful sponsor.
our sponsor, yes, this is also from Mixum. Our beautiful work from our sponsor. Highly recommended. But the trades are usually more expensive, so it's like, because of that, it's kind of trickier to do variant covers on it, because it's like, now all of a sudden, okay, you're doing 100 of one cover and maybe you just need 10 of the other, but that 10 will cost just as much as the 100. As opposed to if you're doing like an individual comic with different covers, there's a lot more flexibility with that.
Yeah, it's
I'm sorry, I couldn't just make it a floppy.
it couldn't be floppy. It had to be
my script and the story I wanted to tell, it just didn't fit into like single issues. It didn't.
Right.
It wouldn't work out.
Not everything is meant to be like floppies. Yeah, such a strange word, floppy.
I know, right? It's kind of perverted.
It just flops around there.
Yeah, really.
I don't know. After you read Laura, it might not flop around.
Well,
Wow.
That's true. Like I said, those first 10 pages.
They are. Wow, it's crazy. They apparently have just. Sorry, I just noticed that there's a TikTok blackout challenge on TikTok. I'm not doing that. It's a blackout challenge.
Some 12-year-old just died from a challenge on TikTok.
Well, he's brain dead. Did he die now? And that's
Oh,
last thing.
man.
Brain dead.
Just when you thought Tide Pods wasn't
I know.
enough.
It's like I was just about to say. I'm so glad my
and
kids weren't
Gorilla Glue
dumb that-
hair.
Oh
It's
my
like,
god!
really?
Right?
It's like
Your bird agrees.
And I don't know if you guys know this. I'll share this real quick too. Breaking news: they have just legalized.
Marijuana nationally.
Marijuana.
Nationally. Say it.
They just legalized marijuana in California. Take it to the scene now.
I was gonna.
Just legalized marijuana in California. There we go.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do those kind of headlines for about 2 or 3 hours yet.
We're never gonna get recreational.
Not quite 10
here.
o'clock, so it'll be two more hours. Well, it could be legalized tomorrow if Big Pharma didn't.
Well,
Yeah, I know,
because
right?
the problem that those kind of laws are is that okay, so your state made it legal, but it's still illegal on a federal level,
Right.
which means you still can get arrested for it. And banks will still give you a hassle about I guess taking your money from a legal venue because federally it's not. So in the end, it's like as long as it stays illegal federally, going state by state isn't really helping it, much.
Well, I think you'll see it. I think you'll see it go legal within the next 3 to 4 years.
God, I hope so.
It's got to be removed off of the Schedule 1 list first,
Right.
which is what the first hassle that needs to be done.
We have a question from Indiegogo Radio.
As more of these politicians get older, and they've been in office for freaking ever, they're starting to realize maybe it's a good thing to have open choices for pain management.
Right, exactly.
It helps varying.
Yeah, it does.
And anxiety.
And I was a person who hated the idea. I didn't want to. I was like, no, not me.
I forced it on him.
Yeah, and then I tried.
Because it was a last resort. He couldn't get his medication, and he was in so much pain.
But what's funny is that it shouldn't have to be justified like that. It's like, if someone wants to toke a little bit because they worked a little bit too hard at work and they want to come home and chill and smoke a bit and watch some Netflix, they should be able to do that too without without having to justify it to anybody.
If I go to the psychiatrist, they want to pump me full of methamphetamines, pharmaceutical grade, of course. But
if you make that meth yourself, then all of a sudden it's an issue.
Yeah. But if I want to fucking smoke a joint because it actually relaxes me, calms me down, helps with my ADD, helps with my tics, I can sit here and have a conversation with you guys instead of bouncing off the fucking walls, But, like if I freaking got pulled over on my way home from the grocery store a little while ago, I'd have been in a fucking jail cell.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Well, and the other thing too is that, you go into the workforce and a lot of them have a drug-free policy.
Which is absolutely ridiculous because it's the dumbest jobs that have a drug-free policy.
Right.
It's like really, it's like, it's like, look, unless you're handling heavy machinery and something, but even then you shouldn't be even taking NyQuil when
right.
Heavy machinery.
Indigo Radio wants to know that this one is from Maverick, and Maverick says, okay, I read this very slowly. I attempted to open a artist pit / bullpen in my city where artists can come to work.
Big mistake.
Yeah. It was free, and it was mainly people who I was working with. We got little to nothing done. A lot of sitting around talking and waiting for Uber Eats to show up.
Yep.
A lot of
yeah.
a lot of time wasted. My rent for the building was $1,500 a month.
Ooh.
We only put out one comic in 3 years. What a
Ew.
waste of time. Bullpens suck. The idea sucks. I hate the concept. What do you guys think?
I agree.
Well, I mean, it's not that the bullpen sucked, is that you guys sucked at time management with it. You were paying all that money and didn't take it seriously enough to actually make using that space worth it. So, I mean, to tell you, I mean, I've been in the past, it's like it's not that we were in a bullpen, but we would work we would like get together in like park spaces and public spaces, and we would just work that way. And it's like, yeah, and it's like, you would have those times where it's like, oh yeah, you're hanging out more than you're working. But then there came a point where, well, if you want to see the work, you have to actually do it. So you either hunker down and actually do it, or you're actually paying to hang out. So you have to decide, which is it, that you really want to do. I find being around other artists very helpful. But yeah, especially if you're paying for space, you have to be serious about it.
Yeah,
Put
I
your
did
foot
that
down
once.
and get all the work done.
Yeah.
I had a bullpen once in my office, and while it wasn't great, it was sometimes it was great. Other times it was a waste of it.
It's because you didn't have me there yet.
Yeah.
See, when I worked at the newspaper, we had the cubicles, and so not necessarily a bullpen, but there was noise around me. There were other people working, and I kind of missed that dynamic a little bit, which is why every once in a while I'm like, hey, I'm in a stream and I'm just getting some work done.
Yeah.
It's not even about talking. It's just the noise. And it's like, hey, I have a quick question. And then there's somebody there in the room with you, but we're all kind of doing our own thing. That speaks to, having that community feel in a way. And that ability to just kind of pop up, like your virtual cubicle. It's like pop up and it's like looking around. It's like, okay, who's here? Hey, what are you doing? Hey, and just that quick interaction.
You just like to listen to me yell at my kids so you feel like a better mom.
It's that, or like we'll share our music or something like that,
Right.
or I'm just working in the background and she's like, hey, what are you doing? It's like, oh, I need a break. I'm gonna go get lunch and stuff like that. It's just that ability to have that work atmosphere without being in the cubicle.
I remember talking to a guy who worked at Disney, and he said Disney got tired of their animators talking, so they put cubicles in. They spent millions and millions of dollars buying these cubicles because Disney just can't get cubicles. They got to get
Talk louder.
Oh yeah, it has to be all custom and whatnot. Yeah.
So they put these cubicles into their little artist pit, and then they noticed that the artists all got very melancholy. Like you just, all of them
I
were
love
down.
cubicles. To tell
I
you the
love
truth.
cubicles too.
I really like it. I like because I had a job that did the opposite. They took out the cubicles because they felt that people were hiding, and they went for this whole open concept thing, so it was easier to put cameras on everybody. So and that made everybody upset because it's like now it's like we didn't have any place to retreat to when we actually needed to work.
Right.
Yeah. What Disney did was they decided after all the artists got very sad, they were going to put windows in to the cubicle so the artists can see out and see around them. So they spent a couple more million dollars.
Animals.
Yeah. And putting windows in so the artist can look out and say, hi. I can look over. Can you imagine that you look over and see somebody sitting there with their little digital pen?
I mean, yeah, I know, really. It's
drawing stuff in the air. Lunch?
Oh no.
I love the art world right now. I'm having the best time in the streaming community here on Twitch. Such a good scene. Yeah, the streaming is actually pretty cool.
I like it. Yeah.
Indiegogo Radio asked, and this is, I think, I think all you ladies can answer this one.
Mhm.
First of all, this one is from Diana. NAH. She says, first of all, as women, do you feel a sense of shame when you write or draw sexy books? In
No.
my community, you would be shamed, and that's why I don't do it. And number two, when you launch a campaign that's adults only, do you expect for your profits to be cut in half as more people can't buy it?
Wow, that's
What?
actually a pretty good
No.
question.
Diana. Yeah, what
Um,
do you guys think? Go ahead. I'll shut up.
Nobody wants to go.
well, I mean, because yeah, I got okay. So let's answer that first question. So, I would be lying if I said that I didn't feel shame every time I did porn. You know, I mean, it's kind of weird. It's kind of like it's kind of like obviously like I don't have a problem drawing it, but there's like a certain guilt factor that comes into doing it for some reason. But in the end, it's like I just try to get over it. But I think that it has more to do with the fact that um there's so many other artists who can do this so much better than I can. So it's more like that it's like sometimes it feels like, like a 12-year-old.
No, she's
Uh-oh.
gone.
And
No,
she just
froze
rolled.
again. See, now for me, I love writing erotica prose, I should say. I haven't gotten around to writing erotica script. Um, and it's one of those things where a lot of times, if I feel like I'm hitting a uh, a writer's block or a wall, I'm like, just write a sexy scene, like
Mhm.
really, really sexy, and that helps me get over that. Um, so I don't feel any shame or embarrassment or anything about that. In fact, because my pseudonym is MJ Lochran, and nobody's
So
going to know
down
that it's
low.
me, right?
So down low.
Nobody's going to know it's me. Well, in fact, my mother-in-law had found my book and she bought it. And when she said, "I really like your book," it didn't even click that she read the sexy book, and I thought I was going to die. I was like, "Please, Floor, swallow me up." And I was just like, "I don't really do that to your son." And she just started laughing. She's like, "Hey, I just want to know when the next book is out." And I was just like, "Okay, now I know too much about you." It's like, I didn't know you like that kind of stuff. And it was kind of funny. And I'm like, okay, I survived that. I mean, the next I think awkward moment might be if my kids ever decided to read it, because they're all grown men now. Maybe their wives, I don't know. But yeah, for me, it's just one of those things where I enjoy what I write. And if I'm not feeling hot and sexy when I'm writing it, then how can I expect the reader to feel hot and sexy when they're reading it? Why would they buy that? So
Right.
you really have to feel those emotions and stuff. That doesn't mean that I'm hanging off of chandeliers and going to swing clubs and things like that. Not that I'm not judging. I'm just saying that if you're not feeling that, I mean, and it's kind of funny because when I'm sitting and I'm writing the sexy, and I'll tell my husband, I'm like, "Hey, you want to do some research?" The man gets a little bit scared, okay, because I'm either like screwing somebody or I'm killing somebody in my books. So he's very afraid, but there's no shame in that, seriously. Nita.
No, I don't draw. Drawing might be weird. I don't know. I don't that I can't say. But as far as writing goes, I have no problem writing. I'll write whatever's in my head, and
Mhm.
sometimes it's sexy, and sometimes it's vulgar, and it's just. But it's in everybody's head, and just some people just are afraid to admit it. We all got a little kink in there somewhere.
Mhm.
Nothing wrong with, and sex is natural, and so I have no problem writing it, and I'm not ashamed, and I don't feel guilty. Although I have a lot of people who try to make me feel that way, it doesn't work.
Yeah. I'm like, you do you, right?
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Barry, what was the
And
second part of that
sometimes I
question?
do in writing.
Yeah, there you go.
And the second part, the
Second part is if you think that your campaigns will be cut in half the money you're gonna make because you're releasing adult content, whereas now someone can't buy it for their kids, they can't buy it for their nephews, their entire bunch.
No, because the
No.
adult stuff usually sells for a little more. So, and
That's what I was
I
just
think
gonna
you
say.
make up for it in profit.
Yeah. And a lot of times because you're leaning more toward, I mean, you are targeting an adult market, they're the ones who have the money.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So yeah, I don't think, I mean, sex sells, period.
It does.
It does.
That's why I wear what I wear to count.
Hmm. Yeah, because if that brings people, I mean, even when my parents owned a bar, and my brother did an experiment because there was a bar right next door, and so there was a line because it was like a hopping club, and they had the loud music and stuff like that. We were more like the working man's tavern, you know. And the one time my brother was out there and he's looking at the line, and we didn't really have anybody in the bar, and he went outside and he saw a group of like 4 or 5 girls, and he says, "Hey, you." And he's like, "You can drink for free for an hour if you come in here and stand by the door." And let me tell you something, our bar was full because of that,
Mhm.
and so there is a bit of marketing there, the sex sells, you get a couple of sexy girls out there, and um, as long as it's appropriate again. If you're doing a children's book, obviously you don't want the sexy girl sitting at your table, you know?
Yeah.
Daphne, I sent you that question. Yeah, we joke about that because I seen a post today. This lady said she's talking about things being fair, and she said it's not fair. Like it's not fair that this gets done, and this guy said, well, you're a pretty woman. You're very attractive. What do you think when you get told, come on in the VIP, and the ugly one, the most attractive woman, has to stand outside and wait in the cold, or she doesn't get free VIP, and she's like, that's not my fault. That's not my fault. It's like, I would like to. I like to. Well,
You froze
I'm
at a
ready.
funny face.
Freeze.
Your face was hilarious.
Daphne,
Well,
Oh God!
Daphne's
That was such a good question too. Damn it!
she's back. You can answer.
It's like I don't know where I left off. I was talking about shame.
yeah.
Yes.
I was talking about feeling like I would be lying if I said I didn't feel shame drawing this type of artwork.
Mhm.
And it's a combination of the fact that even after all this time, there's still a certain level of discomfort that I have to push through to do this artwork, because I guess like sometimes I feel like I shouldn't be doing it. But then at the same, but also it's because there's so many other people that are so much better than me at doing this that sometimes it just feels like I feel like a 12-year-old just drawing dicks in a notebook. So it's like, I mean, it's kind of weird, but it's like, but in the end, it's like I just push through it, because in the end, there is a certain level of enjoyment that I do get from this artwork. I don't know if people wanna think dirty about that, that's on them. So you get out with that answer. But also the other question, the other part of the question is that whenever I do an adults only book, I know it's not going to do the same numbers than if I did a general audiences book. But conversely, I make more money off of less people because they're paying more for the adult stuff. So yeah, it's kind of like a weird trade-off. It's like you're getting less people, but technically they're paying more for the type of work that you're doing for the adult stuff. Yeah.
That adult premium.
Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
I used to call it the big tax.
But that's what it is. That's what it is.
Art Victim says, "Has any of you others tried OnlyFans? I really think it's slept on creator platform. And yeah, I feel the shame and heat at times, but in the end, I am an adult. I was stand up for sex workers, so my lewd art should have the same type of validation." Yeah, I'm gonna try one. I'm gonna I'm gonna totally take my clothes off. Screw this art stuff. Screw drawing, man. Look at these. That's what I'm gonna do. No, I'm you know, I do. There are artists on OnlyFans. There are making comics. Patreon, OnlyFans, Ko-fi. There's a lot of different people out there doing stuff. Lola, you have reached the end of your show. Are you gonna stay on?
Well, we can stay on for the 2-hour mark if everybody wants to.
Yeah, you're already.
Yeah, I'm good.
I was looking at the live.
Oh, you're looking at the live. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so
I was looking at Daphne drawing.
Yeah. I just want to make sure. I don't
15 more minutes.
Okay, yeah. 15 more minutes.
Sure.
Yeah. Daphne adding those shadows in.
Yeah, that really looks good.
It's what brings everything together.
Nita, is everything okay now?
Yeah. She was playing at the neighbor's house and apparently was playing hide and go seek without letting an adult know. And so, yeah, it's cool. But I about had a heart attack when I got that text message.
That's how you end up with a Law and Order episode based on your story.
Yeah. When you go kick somebody's ass, so it's like Nita Lanning, ripped from the headlines. You know, they'll call you.
Yeah. Dude, it was like, is my kid there? And I was like, what? No.
Of course, they'll rename you to. They'll rename you like Cedar Manning or something.
God, my heart is like freaking in my throat.
My son did that the one time when he was little. Apparently he was playing hide and seek, and his brothers gave up, and I didn't realize that they were playing hide and seek, and he was missing. He fell asleep behind the couch, and we had the floor length curtains, so he was behind the curtains. So even if you looked under the couch, you couldn't see him. Oh my God. That was a terrible
Did you call the police?
No,
I've done that before.
So when I found him, I wanted to kill him. Like, why do we do that? Yeah, definitely, that looks amazing.
It does. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, I would never play hide and seek with my son.
Oh my God. One time, man, we were playing hide and go seek, and I had my kids and some neighbors' kids and whatever. And my oldest, you know how the pack and plays have the built-in infant part now, plus they had the little diaper changing tray that went over it. My oldest decided to climb inside the pack and play and slide underneath the diaper changer and fell asleep. Yeah, I looked and looked and looked for her. I was banging on people's doors. I was running around like a maniac trying to drag the others around. Called the police and everything. I mean, it was just a big old mess. And then she woke up yelling. And I'm like,
oh God.
And I didn't know if I wanted to choke her or hug her or what.
There was a game we used to play. I never really played much hide and seek as a kid, but there was a game that the older kids were playing, and they what's the name? I can never pronounce it correctly. Lola, what is it?
Hide and go and get it. Hide go get it go.
Yeah.
Say that one time fast.
Yeah.
Explain the rules of this game.
Well, the young ladies are to go run and hide, and if the guy catches them, whichever guy catches them, they are to well, Lola, what are they to do?
Perform an act.
Sexy version of the game.
It is. Yeah.
Of course, it was the problem was it was kids were playing it, and that was so it was like you couldn't just play because most parents think it's hide and go seek when they see it.
Right.
Oh, they're playing hide and go seek. What funny kids! The kids are out there being perverts. I'm gonna whoop my son's ass just for no reason tomorrow. Playing hide and go get it, yo.
Our son thinks sex is nasty.
Yeah, he's very weird. He's like,
he just learned about sex and he thinks it's nasty.
Yeah.
I love that age.
Fifth
easy.
grade. Fifth grade. He's like, ew, ew, ew. And then what?
You gotta be careful because that turns around real quick.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, exactly.
like overnight.
Yeah.
I was like, I wouldn't mind getting my dick sucked actually. What?
Whoa.
Yes. I'm about to go outside real quick, Dad. Let me see what's going on.
Oh my goodness.
I'll kill you.
I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah. Are you hating?
That is awesome.
Thank you.
Daphne shaming all of us. I'm gonna constant message her when I start working on this tablet here because I know I'm gonna have questions like, "Well, this isn't working right." Well, because I got another tablet. I got a portable tablet, but this is the one that I keep in my computer, so I can be like.
I mean, it's like I can help you as much as I can, but I'm still not used to it either.
Yeah,
it's a little tricky to use and to get used to, which is weird.
it's very weird. From Indiegogo Radio, one last thing to be able to talk about tonight is have you guys seen the way Eric Larson draws? What the hell is he doing with his hand? He's gonna hurt himself. I've been looking at different artists draw. Speaking of which, we got Daphne drawing right now, and you all have different hand gestures and hand positions. Do any of them are they uncomfortable? Do they cramp? What's the dealio?
Yes, yes. There is. I don't think that. Yeah, there's a lot of weird hand positions out there, but in the end, though, depending on how much you do this, yeah, you're gonna end up with cramping, and you really got to be careful with that. I literally have a pair of arthritis gloves that I sometimes use if I'm doing like a lot of work, and it helps. They're like compression gloves, and they kind of keep everything circulating. Because I mean, because it's either that or I spend 3 days soaking my hands in Epsom salt. So,
Right.
There's always, you really gotta take care of your hands.
You have to take care of yourself in general.
In general, yeah, no, absolutely.
And stay healthy. There's a lot of drawbacks to sitting in front of a board all day.
Yeah.
So you really have to be careful about that. But Eric Larson has been drawing like that ever since he was a kid. That's his comfortable way of holding a pencil.
Is he left-handed? Is that what, or that's just, or he just like he has Velociraptor hands?
What hand he is? What whether he's left or right-handed? I'm assuming he's left-handed. But when he holds his pen, he holds it. Let me get back to my camera here. He holds it in a harder control, where he's got it with a really firm grip on it. And I imagine after a while, he is going to end up having a joint problems.
Oh yeah, if he doesn't have it already.
But it's an incredibly unusual unusual stance to hold your pen. But for Eric, it's not. Mm-hmm. And he's been doing it for a year, ever since he was a kid, But you do with the tool what you can, the way that you use it. That's what you have to do. And if it cramps your hand, you take some ibuprofen or whatever, or handy little little CBD stuff or whatever you got to do in order to ease that tension. And the joints only get worse as you get older if you're not exercising them and moving them. That's the whole key. Yeah, there it is.
Wow.
Yeah, he's holding it like that. That's how he always holds his pen.
Extreme.
Yes. It's very extreme. But it's something he's done since his youth. So he's used to it. That's not unusual for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that just seems like odd to me. It's like,
I'm cramping looking at it.
It's a sketching.
Our son does that sometimes.
Yeah, there are whole blogs dedicated to the way he holds a pencil.
Yeah.
I mean, because I've known. I mean, what's funny is like I've known girls who like held pens like this in school.
Right.
Have you seen them?
Yes.
Mostly it was girls that did this. I don't know why. It's like they would like write like that, and it's like
with Eric's, it's almost like does he use his thumb on the paper to guide, for like pinpoint precision or something? That's the only thing that
I can't even see how he can be even accurate like that. But yeah, if he's
Right.
been drawing like that like a kid since he was a kid.
Yeah, for him, he's dead accurate, and he knows how to use it. So
yeah.
he's got a very individual
it almost
style
looks like
to his stuff. Yeah,
right. It almost looks like his thumb or his forefinger is on the paper.
Yeah. I imagine he's got parents that were like, if that's the way he wants to hold a pencil, let him hold it.
Yeah.
There he's drawing right now. I got the video up.
It does look like he's right-handed too, by the way.
Yeah. Wow. That's intense.
I wonder if it started out as a dexterity issue when he was a child,
Oh, yeah.
and just it's just habit. Like it just nobody.
It's hard to say, but he's definitely got a unique. Eric's one of the artists in comics that has a very distinctive, very unique style to his work. So, and I'm sure the way he holds the pen has got a little bit to do with that.
And he's still drawing Savage.
Oh yeah. Not just that, but he's been doing Savage Dragon monthly for a long time. He's way up in the 300s and some 320s, I think now.
And this is a quick sketch.
That's no easy feat.
I would have never have guessed he held his pencils like that.
Yeah.
It's
for me as because I'm on the keyboard all the time, and I notice that if my wrists are below my fingers, that's when I really get the tension. That's when I have to put the compresses on or take Advil and stuff. When my wrists are higher than my fingers, I never have that issue. I could type for days and hours on end and not have an issue.
Yep.
And so I'm looking at that and I'm seeing that he doesn't have, he's got it where his wrists are above his fingers. And that would, for me as somebody who types all the time, without the aching wrists, that makes sense. But
C said that if you think Savage Dragon's in the 280s, I thought he was higher than that, but I don't read his book on a regular basis. So
you see how he keeps his finger off the page too. The finger helps to keep his finger out and it
keeps the smudges down.
And I'm a comic snob, huh, Varian?
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, for me is that either it's my hands that are giving me a problem or it's my neck and back giving me a problem. So it's like it's either like I'm trading one for another.
Yeah.
He's a good artist though. I'm constantly jealous.
We're reaching that time now, people.
Are we?
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Man, time flies.
Whoa. Yeah, wow, it is that time.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Holy crap.
It's because we were having fun.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go first because I didn't introduce myself at all. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, we kind of skipped the guys.
My name ain't Mary, but I'm still Poppins.
It's Vivian.
Vivian
Grant.
Call me Vivian Grant. You've all been delightful. You've all been great. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Thank you for backing Laura. Keep backing. Tell your friends to
share it. Share the links.
Tell them, hey, you like horny comics? You'll love this one.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, you like
horny comics.
That you like mystery. You like suspense. You like torture porn. Wow. There's everything going on in this book.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's me. Yeah, KYD_V on Twitter. Find me. Talk to me. We'll talk comics. It'll be great.
Randy.
Always great. Hey, everybody. I've been Randy Zimmerman. You can find me over on Facebook under Randy Zimmerman. You can find me on Twitter under Randy Zim. I also have the Arrow Comics 4.0 page over on Facebook where we just put up a little bit of new art. Russ Leach has got a second, the pencils on the second issue of Only Death Can Save Us that he's working on. And we just put up a header from Chris from Rival Turtle, who did a quick 14-second spot for Arrow Comics that we deeply appreciate. Plus, over on YouTube, you can find the Arrow Comics 4.0 channel, and I have some cartoon instructionals up there, as well as some talking about some cartoon history stuff, as well as putting up our videos for Arrow Comics and talking about what we've done there. We've got a lot of stuff planned for the last part of the year. We're going to get into doing a regular direct market schedule. I can't wait for you to see these books, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And on top of that, we have the Indie Revolt book over on Indiegogo right now. And that's a 120 pages of black and white comics, sequential art with, I think everybody here has done something for it except the Varian there and Krista.
And remember,
Anita. Anita hasn't done anything.
The 50th backer gets this original piece of
Look at
that I made for Mischievous.
But don't let that keep you from joining the campaign, though.
No, absolutely not. Because even if you're not the 50th backer, once we hit 50 backers, it unlocks a print of this piece for everybody.
Yeah,
we're all sharing the love here.
We only have 8 more backers to go. We're at 42. We only have 8 more to go, and we're adding another 10 pages to the book. So it's going to be 132 pages thick. And it's a flip book. So you have 2 choices of 2 different cover sets. One's by Russ Leach and Daphne Lage, and the other one is by Chris Skelf, who did a lot of work for Star Wars back during the time that Dark Horse had the property, and Kirk Jarvinen, who did Aquaman Time and Tide for DC. So it's really a great book. The artwork, the stories that we have in there are amazing, and I can't talk it up enough. So go over there and take a look over on Indiegogo.
And if you want a story by me in there, you got to get up to 150 backers. So come on, people.
Almost just 100 backers away for that. Yeah.
Yep.
Get a little Tipsy the Gnome in there.
You know what? You guys want all 4 covers because you have that option too, don't you, Randy? You've got the option.
Oh yeah, you can buy both
all 4
books.
covers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We also have a retailer tier up there as well. If you want to buy 3 of each book, it's a great discount for that. So, but please be a retailer.
Also, by the way, I have a permanent smile on my face. Anybody who betted against me in Kong versus Godzilla, my PayPal is promoter at iComicCon.com.
What's a king to a god?
Right. That's right. What's a god to a non-believer? Don't believe it.
Dominic, those bunch of geniuses. A great show, all. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you
for watching.
Look at that lore campaign. Buy in.
The ladies say goodbye?
No, we're working on that. We're on Meredith now.
All right. Hey, so you can find me at linktree.com/MEREJ99. You're going to find all of my links from Continuum Comics to Ragin to all of my personal social media and where I blog and vlog. So that is linktree.com/MEREJ99. Head over there and follow me everywhere. Just don't peek in my windows.
Daphne.
Well,
with this wonderful drawing.
Oh, yes. Thank you. So you can find me at egoworks.com, EGOWORKS, where you can find all of my links to social media. If you want to see me act up on Twitter and post artwork on Facebook, whichever you prefer. You can also check out my comics on egoworks.com, where you can read the first 5 issues of Ego Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, for free. Or you can check out my link to talltalesonline.com, TAILS, where you can read the first 20 issues of Tall Tales for free. Or you can sign up and check out the Kickstarter that I'm going to have for the collected trade for the first 5 issues on Monday, April 5th. And definitely we're going to start it this time. I had to postpone it, but it's going to be worth it because I'm tweaking the campaign some more, but it's going to be worth it. And also, if you do want to peek in my windows, you can check out my House of Bob gallery.
Woo!
On For Affinity, on For Affinity, where you'll find where it's the only place where you'll find the uncensored images to my House of Bob collection. So I have something for everybody at eagleworks.com.
Nita.
I can be found on Facebook as myself, Nita Lanning, and everywhere else across social media as Creating Chaos 24/7. And I have some works coming out in the future, but I am not able to discuss those at this time. I have secrets.
Ooh.
Secrets.
There's secrets in lore too, which
Yeah.
everybody should back so they can find it out.
Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna get this out
I
of here.
am the Indie Princess. And
Yeah, we don't care.
Right. It's her show.
you guys can find me on Linktree, Indie_Princess. You'll find all my links there. And Lore just launched on Indiegogo, so go back it. It's a great book, and yeah, thanks for everyone who already supported it. I really appreciate it. And Daphne, I really appreciate the art piece that you.
My pleasure. I'm definitely I'll send you a high res version of it on when I'm done with it. And whatever you would like to do with this,
I'm gonna do something special.
Yeah, it's like my pleasure to be a part of your project.
I like Nita's like to me.
All the Daphne Lajar today.
I know, right? I'm starting to kind of feel like a stalker. It's weird.
Well, you're a stalker that spends money. So.
Those are the best kind. Well, unless you're Alex, then
Well, that's true too. Yeah, but I think Nita. We can vouch for Nita.
Yeah.
I think so.
I promise I'm harmless.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, Nita. I did not see your private message. See, the mic flag blocks the computer sometimes, so I can't see the screen. So
I saw
like-
the private message.
Okay.
That's why I asked.
At that
her
point,
if
dude, I
everything was
didn't even care. I was just like, gotta go.
All right, guys. I'm gonna take us out with the lore video and then the outro, and then thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Take care, everybody. Stay healthy.
It all started with an invite. Then you wake up in a cage. You would never expect what happens next. Who lives? Who dies? Are you ready to get lured?
We're still here.